Hello and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I am Francesca.
I'm Chiara. I'm Anna Chiara.
And today we will do a new reaction about Tata's business empire. You guys requested a lot this video for us to react to, and from the comments I understand that this is going to be really interesting, and especially because Tata was founded by a man who's really considered a good man for all the work that he does and the charity work that he does. And I feel like Tata is not just a business, an industry, but it means a lot for Indian, which is really cool as a concept. I don't know a lot about it. I just heard about Tata because we saw other video about India and it was mentioned, but I don't know pretty much anything about. So I'm really interested in this video to understand better what Tata actually is.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram, and let's watch the video.
Bombay House. This is a simple looking head office of the Tata Group in Mumbai, India. But Tata Group is anything but simple. Started as a small trading company by Jamshedji Tata in 1868, Tata Group now has more employees than Toyota, Coke, Facebook, Microsoft and Google combined.
Wow.
It now operates in over 100 countries. So let's tighten our seatbelts and take a world tour to witness the remarkable business empire of Tata Group. Our first stop is North America. Here Tata Group owns the luxury hotel Taj Campton Palace in San Francisco, Taj Boston, and one of the world's finest and New York's iconic hotel, The Pier. Tata's Tetley Tea is the second largest tea company in US and largest in Canada. They also own popular brands like Good Earth and America's third largest coffee company, 8 O'Clock Coffee. Tata's IT service company, TCS, operates 24 offices in North America, and while their animation and design lab, Tata Elixir, also operates in 8+ locations in the region. In manufacturing sector, the group operates a soda ash mining company in Wyoming, iron ore mining company in Quebec, Canada, steel manufacturing facilities in Ohio and Pennsylvania, and also a coffee production plant. In all, Tata Group employs over 20,000 people in North America, about 3 times more than how many people Microsoft employs in India. Now let's travel to South America. TCS employs more than 8,000 people in 8 countries in South America. The group is also an investor in the first submarine fiber cable network between US and Brazil. Tata's also own world's largest subsea fiber cable network. Today, 25% of world's internet routes travel over Tata's subsea networks. From South America, let's travel to Africa and land in the port city of South Africa, Cape Town. Here, Tata Group owns the historic luxury hotel Taj Cape Town. In nearby Zambia, they own Taj Pamodzi, one of the most luxurious hotels of the country. Tata's also operate 2 wind farms in South Africa and a hydroelectric power project in Zambia. The group also owns Jokels, South Africa's third largest tea company. Tata trucks and buses are one of the top sellers in Zambia, South Africa and Kenya. In manufacturing sector, Tata owns a chemical plant in Magadi, Kenya, which is Africa's largest soda ash manufacturer, commercial vehicle assembly plant and a steel plant in South Africa, and finally a manufacturing and a power plant in Mozambique. From Mozambique, we will move to London, Buckingham Palace, Queen's official residence. Close to the palace, Tata's own the luxurious Taj 51 Buckingham Gate Suites. The hotel also has the world's first Jaguar suite for all the Jaguar lovers. Nearby, the St. James Court Hotel is also owned by the group. Tata's Tetley is the largest tea company in the UK. Their other European tea brands include Vitex, a popular brand in Poland, Jemka, the market leader in Czech Republic, and Grand, a coffee brand in Russia. Tata Steel is one of Europe's largest steel maker, and TCS has been awarded as the best employer in Europe. Jaguar Land Rover is also owned by Tata's
Oh.
and is the largest manufacturer of premium vehicles in Britain. The group also operates design centers in London and Paris and one of the world's largest e-learning company in UK, Germany and Switzerland. Tata employs around 60,000 people in Europe and is also UK's biggest industrial employer.
Wow.
To end it all,
Crazy.
Tata's also own a relatively small company called British Salt in the UK. An Indian company owns British Salt. Quite ironic if one remembers Gandhi's Salt March carried out against the British Raj only 88 years ago. Now let's travel all the way to Sydney, Australia. Here in Sydney, TCS began its first operations in Australia, and now the company operates across Australia and New Zealand with over 10,000 employees and clients like Qantas, Telstra, and Commonwealth Bank. Tata's also own popular Australian coffee machine brand MAP and operate data centers across Australia through their partnership with NextDC. The group also holds stake in Scarborough Downs coal project in Queensland, Australia. Finally, we have reached Asia. Let's start in the desert sands of the Middle East. Tata's Range
And we
Rover
still have
is
to
one
see
of the
what they
most
own in
sought
India,
after
right?
four-wheel
Yeah.
drives in the region. Tata Motors is also a leader in the medium and heavy commercial vehicle segment in GCC countries, while TCS has multiple offices in the Middle East, including an all-women IT services center in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The group also owns Titan watches, a leading brand in Oman and Bahrain. They also own a logistics company in UAE and the luxurious city hotel Taj Dubai near popular landmarks like Palm Jumeirah. Finally, Voltas, Tata's leading air conditioning brand, has completed major mechanical and air conditioning projects that include Burj Khalifa, Dubai, international airports in UAE and Bahrain, Ferrari Experience, and F1 racetrack in Abu Dhabi. Southeast Asia. From deserts of UAE, we will move to South Korea. Here, Tata owns South Korea's second largest heavy commercial vehicle manufacturer, Tata Daewoo. In Singapore, Tata's steel plant is the largest single cut and bent steel operations worldwide, while the group is also the largest producer of long steel products in Thailand. Tata's also own stake in oil and gas blocks and coal reserves in Indonesia and are developing power generation projects in Myanmar and Vietnam, and even operate a life sciences research company and own plantations in Singapore
So crazy.
and
Like,
Indonesia.
This is too many
Even
sectors to be
Tata's
part of the
Voltas
same group.
has
How-
executed
How do they
engineering
even
projects
decide in what
like
business they want to get
New
in?
Hong Kong
Because
International Airport
so
and
diverse.
Cyberport Business Park in Hong Kong, China. Here, TCS has 6 global delivery centers, Tata's own 2 rolling mills, a refractories factory, an auto parts factory, green tea manufacturing plant, and also have a Jaguar Land Rover assembly plant. We have reached South Asia, the beautiful and scenic Maldives. Here we will find the lush Taj coral reef with white sands and scenic view. Moving ahead to Sri Lanka, Taj owns the picturesque Taj Bentota and 2 more hotels in Colombo. Tatas also provide telecommunication services in Nepal and Sri Lanka and have even deployed a hydro project in Bhutan. After our long world tour, we have finally reached India.
Okay.
Here, TCS is the largest Indian company.
TCS becomes the first Indian company to hit $100 billion in market cap.
Tata Motors is a leader in commercial vehicles segment. Titan Company is India's largest manufacturer of branded watches. Tata's also run largest jewelry store chain Tanishq, while their Tata Power is India's largest integrated power company. Tatas also own steel plants, tea plantations, automobile manufacturing units, chemical factories, and even own mobile networks and DTH company Tata Sky. Not only that, they operate airline Vistara and also manufacture defense helicopters and equipments. Even Starbucks in India is jointly owned by the Tatas. Tata has not only created a massive business empire but also multiple social institutions like cancer treatment centers, mathematics and science research institutes, and also the first planned industrial city of India, Jamshedpur. 66% of the group's shares are held by a charity trust. Across the world, the company has been involved in multiple social programs. Tata is truly an incredible company and has traveled a long way from Mumbai to be now present all across the world. All I can say is this is Tata's business empire.
Really, it's an empire. I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy. From what I read, the owner of Tata, actually Tata, I think is the last name of who today is the CEO or maybe the founder. You guys can correct me in the comments. Who's an industrial man who would be considered the richest man in the world if it wasn't that all the margin that they make, the 66% they were talking about, it's given to charity. So it doesn't own that money. But if he would not give those to charity, he would be the richest man in the world. And it was really interesting when I was reading about Tata, how Indian people believe deeply in Tata business, which is really, really cool, because a lot of time when there's such big industrial man or huge business that are pretty much everywhere, not just in your country, but they're so impactful in all the world, sometimes you look at those with it's not with suspect. You're not all that positive about, and it's great that actually someone who has that big of an impact also does some good, because otherwise if it didn't mean to do that, someone so powerful could really flip the world upside down, which is kind of scary and crazy, because
it's scary too, because I mean, if it's
so much power.
In this case, it's really good, because if it gives so much to charity, is really good. But when you have this much power, and maybe not, I don't know, in 10 years, 20 years, I don't know, the company is gonna change, and I don't know. It's a bit scary, because you never know when somebody has all this power, if he's gonna always do good, or just use his power for something
Yes.
else, really.
And I also know he's the biggest, I think he's the biggest employer, not just in India, but also in Europe. For Indian people, he's the biggest employer. So he creates so much opportunities for a lot of people, and it makes the economy moves, because literally it's a power machine.
It's not even comparable to a country. It's really I don't know. It's huge. It's massive. I don't know. I didn't know about him. I mean,
Neither.
I heard a little bit, but from the other video, but I knew nothing.
No.
And it's crazy, because like it's really huge.
I didn't know anything about him, and I couldn't imagine that a company could control this
Many sectors.
such many sectors. That's amazing.
Yeah, because usually even big companies, they might have their hands in different sector, but they're kind of like complementary one to another. In this case, they're really huge in tea, coffee, automotive,
Coffee.
hotels, like so different.
Really.
Very interesting. Very interesting. It's crazy how we didn't know about it, and it's not just an Indian company; it's everywhere in the world. Now that every time I'll be traveling, I'm gonna look for his hotel and see and notice them. Okay, very, very cool. Thanks guys for watching our video. Let us know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.